Ooh. Well, let's get back into it.
The appended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea.
I had not clicked on the window. I'm like, why isn't it moving?
Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and salt water closing in on them, but at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly.
I wonder who that could be.
My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing?
Zoinks. He has little sunglasses. I see you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you're...
I love this. This is amazing. Look at this dude.
He's kitted out.
Robo Cecil. I've got to say, I wasn't really expecting this.
I mean, you see the claw and it's, you know, it's made out of stuff. Like, that's him, right? I got a chance to think about that while I was getting water. Yup, it's made out of garbage. He's a garbage person. Lovely. Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you?
You knew about me all along?
Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? Thought you wanted to get revenge on us.
I don't... This always happens when I do the Quentin Flynn voice, is that...
I don't really know.
Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you?
Thought you were gonna say, who am I? Cecil, look at you! What happened?
I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer.
You can't remember who you are?
That's right. I came all this way tonight, trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Cecil.
Cecil? My name isn't Cecil. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are, and who I am too.
What? I like how he rotates the gears. Like it's completely, like it's utterly for aesthetic. He has no reason to. But he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna turn the gears because it's cool. Because I'm cool. I'm a cool guy who does cool things. The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth.
Reach out and touch fate. You could do it. Come on, Cecil. And they got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me.
I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Timsic fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out.
You mean they figured out the source of your powers?
Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time.
If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more.
Okay. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. And I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. Blue! The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers. Like possessing and manipulating objects.
And in my case, swapping objects.
Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple.
It is? How then?
In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation.
That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation?
On that day 10 years ago.
Ba-ba-dum-ba-dum.
A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. And I fell into the classic Cecil is dead pose with my butt in the air. As is tradition, of course. So, of course, I received special powers.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too?
You know, you might be right.
Yeah, he just got smacked into the... That's, well, yeah, kind of figured.
Aren't the Timsic remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater?
You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too.
Am I that cat that crawled out of that briefcase? I don't know. I mean, that cat was clearly fine.
Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So, the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death.
Replay the moment of death? Ah, this is all so strange. It's confusing. I can't take it all in.
It makes about as much sense to me as anything else.
Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death.
What?
My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time Just stopped, huh?
So I just simply existed. Not really alive, and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch.
Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with the scalpel.
So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow! Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second.
So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped?
But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know. They had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Timsik. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Butter. Inspector Cabanela and that junkyard super. They were slated to be wiped out too. And, as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. But they stole my Timsik fragment, and here I am. But they had one more, final target. You, detective. Me? If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay? Sure. Whatever. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah. I know. Huh? 10 years later and you'd become a detective, looking into Jowd's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago. So of course, you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. Dang. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. Yeah, she killed that cat. I told you I'm a cat. I'm just a little kitty. I knew it. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. I'm so freaking smart! So I went into his body because I was confused. And then he went into the kitty cat and got away. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then, something went wrong.
What happened?
My body disappeared.
Aha! The inspector in white was responsible for that one.
My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble.
But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Timsik meteorite.
Because you were looking into the Jowd case. They thought you would find out about Timsik sooner or later. Oh, I guess that's it. You're not gonna tell me I'm a kitty cat, I guess. I'm a little kitty cat. I could do things. That's why the things I can do in the ghost world are push a cup off of a counter. That's why that's like the extent of my ability. It's in my soul. I have to push. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush this submarine.
Oh no!
There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface.
I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and...
There are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for this submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape.
I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years.
You what?
This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry.
That's funny.
What is it, Cecil?
There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room?
What?
Why didn't they just steal the Timsik fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea?
Ah, that's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to.
Wait a minute! Yes, we do!
Yes!
This will tell us where Detective Jowd is.
That present from the inspector in white!
That's right! Detective Jowd told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this.
But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there?
We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers. Right, Miss Lynn? Right! And, oh, wait a minute. What about a torpedo?
A torpedo?
In any case, it's too early to give up.
It looks like Detective Jowd is our last hope.
Come on, let's get started.
Okay. Well, that was quite a bit of thing.
Let's talk more, because I like to talk. So, his shell is definitely there in the control room, right? Just without the fragment.
It's there, yeah, but I don't know about calling it a shell.
Detective Jowd's watches will tell us exactly where it is.
Right, he said it was a radio receiver, didn't he?
There might still be another torpedo on this submarine. If we use it, we can get to Detective Jowd.
That's a brilliant plan, Detective.
You think so?
So what are you gonna do? Right on top of the torpedo?
Of course not. You guys are going to.
Darn. I kinda wanted to see that.
Did you want to see me drown?
Okay.
Grapes. Grape acquired.
Why is this machine shoving grapes at me?
Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed.
Oh, that sounds heavenly.
I've been thinking about this for a while now, but don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the...
Oh, wait, wrong voice. I'm getting them mixed up. I knew it would happen eventually.
Says the guy who made a deal with said country.
Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. Yeah, it's all messed up. Okay, I can telephone. Torpedo room.
Woo! The torpedo room, huh?
There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out.
Oh, I get it. You're gonna use a missile to ram the control room.
Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, but something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room, too. Up is definitely safer.
Okay, I'll see you there then. Coolio.
Looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube.
When it comes to missiles, you can count on me.
I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo.
Sure.
And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now.
Okay, let's try it.
Good luck. Sweet. Well, let's get the heck out of here. I guess this one, even though I think this is the one that...
This switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? But I don't think the entire device is broken, though. It would probably work just fine if only I could move this switch. We'll just have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone.
A missile.
Well...
Whoops. We're good.
What will happen to these 2 ladies?
I think that's up to us and our powers.
What?
This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile?
Me? Of course I will. Count on it.
Okay. Now we're just... Oop, whoops. Go back down there. Nope. Nah. There we go. We're good. It'll all be fine. Swap the broken switch. And now... Ka-cham! There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable.
Heck yeah, it does. We got this. And all set on this end, too. But something's odd.
What is?
The command room, it looks like it's slowly sinking.
Sinking?
Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened.
I don't know. But I guess I'll find out.
Right. Okay, hop onto the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Get on in. I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room.
Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, it's the final countdown. Okay. Come on, missile. Missile?
I'm sorry. I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it.
Missile?
I swapped the switches so the missile could be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Cecil.
I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels.
I want you to go, Missile.
What? But Miss Lynn.
You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Cecil, you might be able to make something happen. And that's our only hope.
But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that.
Don't worry, Missile.
Miss Camilla?
I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here, waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry.
Miss Camilla!
Pew! That's a good boy, Missile. I like how she was doing like a big beseech motion. It was really funny. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch.
We're ready.
Cecil,
Yes?
we never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promised, little lady.
Of course we will!
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens.
Here goes then.
Good luck, friend. Oh. Okay. Looks like we're headed to the control room. Oh boy. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Perfect. Look at us go. Detective Jowd!
I bet that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him.
You better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jowd.
Alright. Hey, what's up, big guy? No, I want to go to my body first. I want to go to Quentin Flynn. You can't make me. Fine. That'll be the real Kino when we go into my body, or whoever this other person's name is, and we go back to 4 minutes before his death and move him to the right so that he doesn't die. Yeah, we solved the problem. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Cecil? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. He should have been here. It's fine though. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yanoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. Who is this? I know the answer to that one. Yeah, it's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yamiel? What, like it's an angel name? Yamiel? So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yamiel? That's right. But those people on the Yanoa were calling you Cecil? It's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jowd? Right. Alright. I like this option that's such a lust for revenge. I'm really excited to get to that one. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers.
I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project.
Project? What project?
It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. Quantum computing? I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies.
It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then, one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect.
I was the guy who built the core of the system.
The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage.
By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent?
About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yamiel.
10 years ago.
It's an insane name to give him.
Like, I know no one has normal names, but Yamiel it's a little much. Gotta get my toes under my blanket, 'cause it's cold inside my house. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. And while that's a good game, it gets boring after a while. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering.
And so that's why you murdered Alma.
That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt.
What?
It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to make use of these powers of mine, to make a deal.
The deal! There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal?
A new life.
Life?
I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me.
Rebirth. A new beginning, eh?
I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for.
A completely man-made life.
That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. Make it all come true. I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. I wanted to live in a society. Yeah. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsik was all about.
And you had no idea that they were doing all this? That would be amazing.
CecilGamerChair.png. None at all. I was a fool.
So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsik meteorite from the park?
They couldn't.
Huh?
After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanela and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case.
Surveillance, huh?
It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times.
Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them.
No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. He's just a weirdie. And that park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale.
So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsik meteorite.
And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsik meteorite.
So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh?
Yeah. It's the ending I deserve.
But at least there's one thing you must be happy about.
What's that?
You managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever.
Well, shall we get started? Started with what?
Bringing Detective Jound back to life, of course.
What? What good will that do now?
But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them.
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jound. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us.
Ah.
Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death.
Alright, let's do it. 4 minutes before death.
So, where are we headed? We're not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon. And that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too! By the way, I am not human, detective. I am a remote-controlled robot, detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We, get that a lot, detective.
I'm so glad I get to do the voice more. It's so fun.
Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, detective. Mortis.
Nice reference to off. Yeah.
Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, detective.
Bonk.
Now's the time to say goodbye, detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, detective. Camilla, forgive me. It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility? In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around.
All right. Let's turn it around, boys. Okay,
He's just gonna do his whole thing again. Huh?
What is it, detective?
Look at Yumiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body.
Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone.
Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead?
Can we just go? Yeah, let's just get in there. Oh, it's just him. We can't go back to 4 minutes before Yumiel's death. Oh, hi, Cal. I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of.
What is it?
My time was perpetually stopped, thanks to the power of Temsic.
His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away.
Exactly. So what does that mean? Yes! Yes, let's go!
I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore.
The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. I was on the right track at least. Wait, what am I showing? Well, we have multiple images here. We have this one. Where we have this one. What image are we talking about? Okay, I will look at it. Ah, yes! Let's fucking go! Yes! Oh, it's so good. Oh yeah, so this and where is the Robert Downey Jr. meme? These were both drawn by my lovely artist Tiara Maki. She does a great job. Her art is so good, and she does the style super well. We had him doing the Austin Powers. Yeah, send the one with text where he is admiring the beauty, or he's whatever. He's stunned by the beauty of the detective. It's so good. Mesmerized, that's what it is. He is mesmerized by the beauty of the detective. Yeah, Tiara did she did all this layout stuff. She did my little model here. She's awesome. So, let's see. That means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death?
But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move!
Yes! Are we gonna... If we go back to him holding Lynn hostage, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because I said this earlier.
I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. And then I saw it. The final death. At the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do now is remember.
Yes! Let's go!
The final journey to the truth starts now.
Yes! I'm so smart! I have the galaxy brain. Let's go! Let's go! Show it to me, baby! Final chapter. Oh, yes! This is so based!
When was Yumiel's death? It was 10 years ago, when the Timsik meteorite fell.
Yes, the final chapter's amazing. Hi, Heron Nobody. Thank you for joining us right at the end of... here, at the end of all things. Yeah, the butt pose where he's just on his face.
We traveled back through time, and now we're here, at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself.
Let's go. Look, she's just starting fires, Queen. It's ready.
Hold it! Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that weapon.
Yeah, burning rubber in the park. You know, like you do. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Yo. Yeah, I told you. Yes, I knew it. Oh, I have the galaxy brain. Kitten.
Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt.
Pew. And some of these fragments are, yeah, that's what does it. Boom. Yeah, this is some, this is like some Virtue's Last Reward. I love this. This is so good. Yeah, he did it.
You're all right now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective.
Way to go, Jowd. You did it! You're the best!
So that's the Timsic meteorite, eh?
It's beautiful. Looking at it from this angle.
It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Timsic from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life.
Nah.
I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. You might not be able to change your fate of dying.
I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that.
This'll be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
Oh boy. All right, let's do it. There I am. Okay, we have to just click on all of these.
Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato is almost ready? She's not gonna budge from that spot.
But, you know, it makes me wonder.
A little girl all alone in the park, listening to me.
Wrong voice! Dang it! I'm mixing them up again. Yeah, Missel's great. Missel established his best doggo. What a hero. A little girl, all alone in the park, listening to music and roasting a sweet potato. What kind of childhood did this girl have?
Doesn't everybody have at least one day of their life like that? Give her a break.
Anyway, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have to have the fragment move instead.
Okay. What? Oh. Okay, and we just get immediately roped into this whole thing. We have to watch this video. She gets took. Roasted sweet potato. Headphones. Basket. No, not shaped enough like it. We've got a nozzle. Looks a little suspiciously like a crucifix. We've got another nozzle. Got that thing up there. Okay, so if I go down here, get you. No, it's so close. Gosh dang it. I kind of figured that would at least start a chain of events that I could figure out.
Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
I'm sorry.
If you're so sorry, then put her down.
All right now, Missel.
That was really out of my head that day.
Well, we can talk about all of this later. The Timsic meteorite is gonna fall very soon. Before that happens, I have to think of a way to do something about that fragment.
And I'll do everything I can to help too.
Okay, so I guess maybe we have to wait until the fragment gets here. What actions can we take? I can't even get over there. Yeah, I can examine sweet potato.
What in the world is this thing? Oh boy, you even forgot what a sweet potato is? It's a roasted root vegetable. It's good.
There's nothing like them on a cold winter's day.
They're sweet and they smell delicious.
These guys sure are making me want to try one.
Okay, I guess I could turn up headphones. Aha!
What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly?
Sure, we'll buy that. Okay, I can move this. I can rock this basket. There's a sweet potato. Spray. No, that doesn't really do enough. No, spray. Okay, how do I get, so I guess I have to get the sweet potato up over there and spray it. Oh, I have to, okay, so I must have to switch these. Okay. Maybe that one sprays like crazy? I think that must be it. Okay.
It's about time for that meteorite to come down.
Uh-oh, we have to change the fragment's path somehow.
It looks like both paths and fates can be difficult things to change.
There has to be a way.
If we work together, you and me, I thought we'd be able to do something.
Thought? That's funny. That's funny. I wonder why he's using the past tense.
Yeah, it's because we're supposed to do the thing down here. Okay. All right, I am beginning to understand. Okay, and once that happens, I can't, like, interrupt in the middle of that. Time's up.
I doubt we can move those two from that spot. Which means we have to do something with the Temsic fragment instead.
That should be easy with our powers.
I think you're right, Missile. This is gonna be the grand finale. Guess I'd better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues.
Okay, so we have a plan now. We have to switch the nozzles and blow the, okay. I have it. We've got this. Well, first I need to move me into sweet potato. And then we need to let the music play because I don't want to sit here in silence while I do all of this. Okay, so nozzle. But how do I switch them? Rock the basket. And then get you into the sweet potato. Ah, good. Okay, it's just going now. I just had to get the timing right. And Cecil, you need to be in the sweet potato so that you can get over here. Okay, you gotta get out of the way. This is This is cutting it close.
Oh, look at that sweet potato. That big scary sweet potato.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. You're so smart, Missile. I love you.
That's not a sweet potato. Missile, that's Mino.
Oh, right, of course. But look at them, this potato and Mino. Right now, they both have the same shape.
But you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile.
Okay, here I go, and I'm gonna need your help.
My help?
Okay, good thing I already thought of this. Get you in there. Spray! Got to spray it. Swap. And swap. Perfect. It's fine.
Oh, look! The lamppost is bending.
But it hasn't broken yet.
It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. It just might hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the Timsic fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down. But if Mino sits firmly in its way, then fate should change.
Let's see. We'll see about it. How's it gonna go down? Is it gonna knock over and squish them both? Is there an extra thing I need to do?
There! There! How's that?
Look, the fragment's course. It changed a little.
Now Yumiel's fate should really change.
Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path?
In its path? No!
Oof! Owie.
Detective Jowd! The Timsic fragment shot through his leg! What?
But the cruel twists of fate weren't over yet.
Come on, put it down.
Huh?
Jowd, put the gun down now! If you don't, you're gonna shoot him! I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down!
Uh-huh.
I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
I won't let that happen.
Missile! The bullet is stopped in midair!
I'm here, inside the bullet. Yes! Hero! He does it again! Ladies and gentlemen! Unstoppable! Champion of the world! Missile stops the bullet twice!
Impeccable timing. What a good dog. What a good dog. I love this dog.
Now, let's swap it with something.
What? With what?
Detective Jowd, the meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. Even though, you know, he's like holding a girl hostage, but it's fine. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here. I mentioned it. I mentioned the sweet potato. Get sweet potato in your face. Ah, shoot, he got stabbed.
Oh no. We stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him.
That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive.
What?
I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious. Damn, ow.
Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still. This fate is just too painful to watch, in every sense.
I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. Unconscious, unconscious, unconscious. Thank you, Rich Evans. Special guest appearance by Rich Evans.
But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning.
Yeah, no, we have to swap the big Mino quickly. No!
Look out! Wake up! You gotta get out of there! Damn it, my leg won't work.
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lynn!
It's not over yet.
But there isn't anything else to swap with.
Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes.
No, I won't be able to do that.
Or I won't do that. I don't know, maybe he's able to, but he won't. Why not?
Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain, like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen. Not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? Even if we work together?
Yeah, come on! Do it! I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Cecil and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. Yes! With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death!
Yumiel?
Cecil, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this.
Huh? I don't get it.
Just trust me. Let's go!
Alright, I'll try to move there.
Now, gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it.
I'm dead though.
In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all! And remember, you'll only have a split second.
Pachoo!
Got it! Now it's your turn, Missile.
What? Me? Well, what can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them! That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them.
Okay, luckily this falls very slowly.
It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino.
What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped.
Oh, it helped all right. Those few seconds were exactly what I needed. Last up, it's my turn.
Your turn.
7 seconds. More than enough for you, perhaps.
Or whatever it is that Sephiroth says. That's all I can think about. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures.
Wait a minute, you mean...
That's right. I'm gonna save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Way to go!
Ye gods.
He did it! Ah, what a hero!
Ah, you're awake.
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
Yeah, his legs are gone. He's probably dead.
Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit. But the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You saved me. Oh, whoa, you saved me, mister. Oh, whoa, I gotta think about it because it's very similar to
To the missile voice.
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
It's hard. It's hard to do.
Me? I'm a police detective.
It's okay. Well, it's just harder to do because I'm
thinking about a big missile, and I've got his voice in my brain.
Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But what's that?
This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave.
A detective's badge?
Yeah, show badge. Present badge. Look at her.
Thanks.
Okay. You know what to do, little detective.
Look at her go. Oh, whoa. Just a little baby. Oh, whoa.
Are you alive?
Yeah, sadly.
Hang on. Help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing?
And to be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me.
I see.
But, you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister? I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten?
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way.
Whose fate?
That kitten's, of course. Cecil's.
Cecil? The name Cecil echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years.
These long, lonely 10 years. You were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Yeah! Yeah! Old friend.
I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world.
Oh, I have to see. Yeah, he was a cat. Look at him. It was a cat. I don't know. I just happened to, like, I remembered the cat crawling out of the case, and when it showed her shooting the second time, I'm like, oh, it's the cat. She shoots the cat. But yeah, it definitely takes on a whole new meaning when you're screwing around with that rat the whole time, or mouse or whatever.
Somebody please look at me. Huh? No, a kitten? Shoo, you might get hurt.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to read or really anything at all because he's just a little guy. Yeah, he's like, I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm a stupid cat. My super ghost power is to push things off of shelves and provide minor annoyances.
Somebody please reach out a hand to me.
I had only just died at the time. I had lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. Meow. Yeah!
After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and the man got his body back.
This is so Kino. This is raw.
I took my body
back from the morgue. And there was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yamiel."
The man named me Cecil. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life.
I've got to do a girl voice for him now.
His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was.
He's a girl cat. That's really funny. Or maybe he's the cat's a boy. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's very unclear.
Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man. And there was nothing I could do for him.
I think that would be funny if he turned out to be a girl cat. And the cat just doesn't know. Cat's like, I'm just me. It doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, him. Okay, the way that he was referring, like, I had to see her. I thought he was talking about Cat. But also, Cecil is not a girl name. Or maybe it's one of those old names. It could be both. That doesn't sound like it should. I don't know. Whatever.
For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go.
Cecile? Yeah, like Cecilia? I guess it's a boy version of Cecilia. You're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence, baby. Oh, Cecilia. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah. That seems like the way it is. Yeah.
That's rough. Because normally it would just be like anime wasting disease. She died because, I don't know, she died of anime wasting disease. But it's like, nah, she left a note. That's all we really need to say. You get it. It's like, oh, jeez. Yeah, I guess I do.
As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. But then, after a while, I can manipulate people. And that's when the darkness inside me deepened. I started to get a little twisted. I wanted a light.
Oh yeah, we have some nice VLR, I guess this is, this would be, 999. But we went through those games. And now we have who did it better. Sticking their butt up when they die. I don't know, that's a tough competition. I don't know, I'm gonna have to say Cecil.
I wanted a light. Distorted, artificial light.
Yeah, he's really, it's such an iconic pose. Before I knew anything about this game, I knew about Cecil with his face down, sticking his butt up and being dead. Or I guess Yomiel.
When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light. Or at least, that's what I tried to believe.
Yeah, I knew when this happened. And she shot, and he's like, oh, the shot went wide. And then you see in the thing, in the whatever it's called, I think you see the cat at the beginning of the game once, and then you see the cat again in the footage of the murder. Yeah, or maybe you don't see it early in the game and I'm just editing that into my memory. But yeah, when I saw the cat leave in the footage, I'm like, that cat is designed. I need to remember that cat. And then when he was like, yeah, and she resisted and she shot away, I'm like, oop, she killed the cat. He's the cat. Yeah, okay, so she does see the cat. And I'm like, yeah, that's a design. That's important.
I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away.
Yeah. That's how I get pushed over.
The black cat. I was possessing Cecil then.
It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all.
So, you borrowed the body of your old friend?
Meow.
Cecil was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. It's great, I love the meow. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible.
What was that?
Cecil, there inside the bag, was dead.
What?
Yeah, and it's your fault. You gotta, Yomiel, everything you do is literally your own fault. I wasn't able to control her completely. Pachow. The first bullet didn't hit anything. Or so I thought.
But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Cecil, inside that bag.
Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Timsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. Yeah, it's you totally. Oh, because when you are streaming a game or let's playing a game, you encounter posts about it just because you do. Your phone hears you say ghost trick, ghost trick, ghost trick, and it tries to throw articles at you, or you just happen to see it online because people are watching it, like stuff like that. But none of those places that I just happened to cross without looking them up. Yeah, I didn't look anything up. But even those things I just happened to cross were like, yeah, this is Cecil. Like, okay, sure, whatever. Everyone does a great job of that, of obscuring Cecil's identity, which, good job. I think I understand now why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight. If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean... I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here, 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you.
In any case, now the starting point in this entire tragedy is changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Cecil's fate. I can just bet the fate of the woman you love has changed too.
Yes, I believe you're right.
So, this was the last fate to be averted, eh? So, Yumiel, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure.
Yes. And I'm glad, too.
I think I kind of understand now. What you've been, or what?
Is this the baby? Is this Missile? What you been feeling these 10 years?
I don't know who this is supposed to be. Oh, it's her. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. What did you forget? Yeah, it was Lynn.
Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right. We should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again.
So, these past 10 years will now all vanish.
Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did. My crime.
That's the way this Game of the Dead works, eh?
And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Cecil.
Yes?
When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry.
That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yumiel?
Thank you, Cecil. I'm so very glad I met you.
Me too, Yumiel.
Cecil, are we ever gonna see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Cecil, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. Let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jowd.
Yeah, I wonder what could be left. I wonder what happened.
We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our own new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again.
Wait! Who's? Before you go back to the new present, I wanted to thank you. Oh yeah, Ray! Before I cease to exist.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it is I.
Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I'd hoped. I really am grateful to you, Cecil. Thank you.
But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory.
Yes, yes, I know that. I know all about you.
Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you?
Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events.
Oh, great. It's the ending of Clue. But that's just one thing that could have happened.
You changed the fates of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. If you'd not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature.
What? Just a creature?
After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment.
And he was standing right there. Creature. Yeah, the correct spelling.
They stole the wooden box from the ceiling. Hidden place, and left. And in the process,
Oh.
2 little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fella's spirit lived on. It desperately reached out his paw toward his mistress. And that's when a miracle occurred.
What? Look at that! The powers of the dead! But how?
He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it. Do you not?
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, because he's standing next to Cecil.
That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects.
He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady.
The little fella chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death.
What? Okay, I cannot believe that this happened twice. I was like, this is really cool. What a great thing to happen. I'm glad I predicted that. I didn't think it would happen 2 times in a row. So that Missile could go back and live like several dog lifetimes. Oh, he's so good.
He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again.
Yeah, the clock should be green. That would be funny. He really is the best dog.
And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold.
So, that was you, huh?
Look at him! He's got a big dog beard and his little eyebrows. This is amazing. Oh, his little ears. Oh, he's so good. I love old Missile. Oh, I'm losing it. His big mustache.
That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog ears.
You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own. So you decided to wait out those... You decided to wait those 10 years out.
Exactly. And then at last, that fateful night rolled around again.
Don't tell me he's gonna swap the bullet again. He's gonna somehow swap the bullet. Okay, no. I was gonna lose my mind if we had a third round of of like Missile swaps the bullet, only this time it's to kill me to make this happen. I would have lost my mind. But no, he's just old.
By this time I had grown old, and my powers were weak. So I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me.
But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp.
Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened. But I became able to manipulate small objects.
But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself?
Because I couldn't.
Huh?
From watching the Man in Red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do. Like travel through the telephone lines, for example.
What?
It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody.
But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. So, how did you know so much about me?
Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before. On that night, the first time around.
We what? We met before.
From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at the junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world past at the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene.
What? You what?
Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my fur stand on end, I can tell you.
That was me? So, I was shot on that night the first time around as well. Yeah, because, I mean, it would have made sense. She was still raw strong with her brain.
You had lost your memory that time, too. You had just died, and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me.
I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you.
And that's what you said.
What a little cat. That's cat behavior.
And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line.
I'm really sorry I didn't help you.
That's why I decided that this time I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage.
Mutual advantage?
The only thing you were interested in finding was your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we'd both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yumiel.
What?
I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit.
Time limit?
That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over.
Then, you mean that thing about ceasing to exist?
Oh, that? Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely.
Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way.
Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age.
Yeah, I got played a little bit. I got owned.
Oh, thank you, Tiara. Thank you for taking care of that lovely bot viewer.
And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I.
Missile.
I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Missile? So you waited and waited these 10 long years, all for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh?
Of course, 'cause that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Cecil.
Yay! And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody knew what happened, blah blah blah. I made my way back to a new present.
It started talking without me. Gosh dang it. Many such cases, sad. Many such cases, sad.
Huh? How come it's dark?
I'll just turn on the lights here. Oh, it's my.
I'll just turn on the lights here.
Oh, it's her. It's Lynn. Yeah, and now it's gonna be fine. It's trying to stress me out, and we never get Beauty's Sixth Sense. Well, that's fine. We'll just headcanon that she died once before somehow. Someone had to save her, and I don't want to think about the implications of that.
Were you surprised?
You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. I mean, look, there's no gun there. It's fine.
Yippee! It worked!
But it's not even my birthday today.
It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well, I wanted to use it again.
That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right?
Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd. Dad, you're home.
Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today.
Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Is something wrong? You have one of those badges too? Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. Yours looks a lot older than mine, though.
How long are you gonna keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn?
What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective.
It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day?
When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow.
Destiny, eh?
And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me.
That you will. That you will.
Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten.
That's right. The very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yup. He never got any bigger or anything. Wow. What a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Cecil. Cecil. It seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh, Cecil. He took one for the team. With his little cat body. Way to go. I think Cecil likes you, Lynn. All right, everyone. Let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom. Hooray! She's real. She's real. In real life. Yeah, see? The more I ship, the more powerful you get. Yeah. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too. Meow. It's me. And so we meet again, Cecil.
From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world. And I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somehow, somewhere, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch. Watch the strange and beautiful patterns they mold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while.
Yes! It's so good! We did it! We did the ghost trick. Oh, look at him go! Look at that little guy!
Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn.
Like I said, it isn't my birthday. Hey, Missile. I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort.
But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones.
Nobody gets going too fast. Oh, look at him slurp that spaghetti. He's making the spaghetti very nice.
Yeah, definitely several ghost mice. This is such an awesome game. Look at him go. There. How do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective just like Inspector Cabanela. What kind of example is this inspector setting for the men?
I like that we all get a where are they now?
Oh, monkey man.
Here's your food, gentlemen.
Memory? What are you doing here?
I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
So you took on a part-time job here again, just so you could eavesdrop.
Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals. Yeah, shovel the chicken.
This is the night. So exciting. La da da da.
Turmeric, cormorant, fenugreek. What is that? Is this really necessary? This new curried chicken menu item?
Oh, but the very best customer requested it.
Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway?
It's me. I'm here to eat all the chicken. I'm just some guy.
I'm sad I didn't get to use the Plinkett voice more for that guy.
I didn't get to say all this. I'm Mr. Plinkett and I'm here to eat all this curry. Ah!
Are you sure we really need all these explosives?
Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 milligrams of gunpowder, just like you said. Well, don't lie, not while we're in here.
Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams.
He does not care. He is not phased. He cares about chicken.
Fenugreek is an annual plant in the family of that. Okay. Oh, it's an Indian thing. Okay.
I can have all pizza.
So this is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart.
Darling husband, why didn't you have any ideas you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories. The indiscretions of a minister, perhaps?
No, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel?
Here's to the sturdy mind of my darling husband.
I like that he's not stressed anymore. His face has been yassified. He's nice and smooth. This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are so good, my man.
You know I was about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be forewarned, sir.
Keep it together, man. You're trying to give me a case of the vapors. I believe I nearly died of fright right now.
Yeah, she's really a child.
Well, way past cool. Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll. Well, yippee-cock. Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, chili dog.
I love all the birds like it. Hell yeah. Like, stop the park from charging admission. Protect the rights of the people who live here. This is exciting. I'm glad I get to go over all the voices again. Cause I like doing them. That's why I do this whole thing, is cause I cannot stop myself from doing silly voices. Today's the day, you know, he's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Let me show you a new dance. It's been passed down in our family. We do this when we have a stomach ache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? You got it. Oh. Submarine's name, Yanoa, reverses the syllables of the Japanese term Anoyo, the other world, or specifically the world of the dead. Interesting. Oh no. Yeah, that's very Japanese. I just assumed that all these weird names have some sort of meaning, since they're so like a lot of them are just nonsense. Or weird spellings of normal names. And now I know why they spelled Cecil like missile. I made that connection. I think it was it last stream or the stream before that? Or I'm like, why'd they spell Cecil like missile? Yamiel comes from the Japanese word Yomigari, which means to be revived. Cool. And it has the double benefit of being vaguely biblical with L. You got your EL. "10 long years, Yamiel. Your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside." I guess his legs are fine. Thank you, Cecil. Sith's name is Japanese, is Shisu, which is Dai. I like that they named him Sith. That's really funny. Prosthetics? I don't know, he could have super cyborg legs from whatever the foreign nation of New Jersey where they make weird... where they make weird technology, I guess. Look, it's me. Yay! They love it! I'm just a little guy. This game rocks. I'm so glad I played it. This is a great stopgap between, because I think the next... Yeah, Yamiya. Yeah, that was the voice I was doing for him. My Quentin Flynn. Well, this was awesome. Thank you, Tiara, for turning me on to this game. Yeah, this is amazing. I don't know. I'm tired. This has been a long stream. I've gone a little more than an hour over. Yeah, you definitely were like, huh, I thought you would have made Quentin Flynn this voice. But then I went, oh yeah, baby. But then I had no idea that it would come back to me again. Because I just was like, oh yeah, I'm a crazy guy. Oh god. I don't know. But yeah, this was a great stopgap because I just finished the Ace Attorney trilogy. So next, in the vein of this, I'm probably going to be doing Investigations, the Edgeworth games. I think I'll just do that like this, like emulated, because those are DS games, right? But they didn't come over here or something like that. I haven't looked into it yet, but that's next on the Shu Takumi list. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing them both. So I'll do those are the next on this list, but it was good to get a break between Phoenix Wright and those with something that's a little different but sort of similar. Obviously, it's directed by the same guy. The second one didn't get localized. Okay. So I'm good on the first one. I can just download an emulator, but I'm sure I can find a patch. I'm sure someone has translated that by this point. Because people love to do that. I mean, people translated that Chibi Robo game, Chibi Robo Clean Sweep, that never came over. So I'm sure it's fine. 100% translation with voice clips and all. Awesome. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. But for now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I think... Oh, thank you, Cow. Thanks for the follow. So I think the next visual novel I'm going to do is going to be Danganronpa 3. That'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll go after that, after we finish Danganronpa 3, we'll do Zero Time Dilemma, and then we'll start an Investigations, because I like to these are the visual novels that I am reading. It goes from one auteur to the next. So yeah, I'll be doing that. But tomorrow it'll just be normal. We'll be playing more SMT. That would be fun. Do a previously on for CTD. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad so many people came out. You know, we were really getting up there with 6 viewers at the top. Which honestly, that's really exciting. I'm glad that people like this game and that people could experience it with me. Great time. So glad that Tiara turned me onto this game. And yeah, we'll be just doing some normal ass SMT5 tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we are starting The Good Life, that new sweary game. And I've heard that it's somewhat middling, but you know what? What do you freaking expect from Swery? That man is insane. So I will see you all tomorrow at the normal time. Same bat time, same bat channel and all. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope I can make your Monday a little brighter, even though I guess, you had the day off. So, whatever. Cause it's the day that it's MLK Day. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Have a good day. Goodbye.